Caleb, I want to bring something up to you because this episode or this show in general is called Young and Happy. But recently I saw someone differentiating online between happiness and joy. And I wanted to bring that up to you and see what your thoughts are between happiness and joy. Have you ever differentiated these two things?
Should we first start by reading the post?
Okay, let's read the post. This post is by Tyree Jackson. Tyree Jackson was someone who was covered by another sponsor of this show, the Barstool College Football Show. I did an interview with him when I was up in Buffalo, and he was the quarterback of the Buffalo football team. 6'7", he's going to be drafted in this year's draft. Big arm, big prospect, but also some pretty big ideas coming from him. And I found this on his Instagram page. He said the difference between happiness and joy. The difference between happy and joy. And he might have borrowed this from someone else, so I'm not saying this is his original thought, but he passed it on to me. He said, to be happy, we try to arrange circumstances in our life and align stuff that will supposedly make us happy. Happiness relies on circumstance. Joy does not depend on circumstance. It depends on fellowship. Joy has been controlled and established for us already through God. I don't know about that part, but I was with him till then. It can't be broken, and nothing can defeat it. If you want everlasting joy and happiness, put it into your relationship with Jesus Christ. And in the middle of pain, you can be filled with joy. Happiness comes and goes. Joy will be there through the ups and downs. Outside of the religious side of it, I think that he brings up some really great points about you being able to be joyful even through the toughest circumstances. Caleb, it looks like you're really scrutinizing this post.
Yeah, I was just trying to read it over, but yeah, dude, I mean, is he being kind of hard on happiness? He might be, dude, because freaking happiness is not that bad.
Happiness is pretty sweet.
Is Tyree Jackson going in too hard on being happy? Potentially, but I think he makes a great point with the unpredictability of a joyous occasion, and when in the circumstance you do get joy, which is, when are you joyful? He says fellowship. Is that a circumstance that you can build into your daily schedule? It is. Can you try to make your day centered around situations where you could potentially be in fellowship with good friends? Yeah, you could. But then is Tyree Jackson going to call you out on his Instagram story?
Damn, that shit might come back and bite you in the ass.
Yeah, dude, I'm about to get tagged for just saying this. So,
but that said, I think that if someone asks you, are you happy? It's such a heavy question, and it's just let me consider, am I happy? What's going on in my life? Am I satisfied? But I think joy is such a more attainable, instantaneous, maybe ephemeral, it can come and go. It could be fleeting, but joy, you can find joy anywhere. It's do you have something? Joy is almost something to have rather than happiness is a blanket statement. And I think happiness can maybe be intimidating for people, or you feel pretentious if you're yes, I'm happy. I have a happy life. Because that almost implies completion. I have a complete life and there's nothing that I want for. And I don't think it comes down to that, but I think that having joy as an option and that it's always there as an option is a really hopeful thing.
True. I'm 100% with you, bro. I think that you'll find that you're basically going to feel pretty much the same all the time. And then you have some ups and downs. As far as being happy goes, unless you're on drugs or, there's some ways to you can have sustained happiness for a long time. But
right.
Pretty much you're going to be feeling the way you feel. If you can eat healthy, exercise, meditate, there's a lot of ways to really kind of up the ante and feel a little bit better. But you can't have sustained you're not just going to run around smiling all the time. And if you are, that's how you're built, and that's how you're going to be probably. And you probably are always going to be like that, and kudos to you. So,
but even those people have like the ebb and flow of dopamine and fucking like
right.
the shit floods, the serotonin floods their brain like, and like it's not like motherfuckers are impervious to that kind of thing. And even in his quote, he says, "To be happy, we try to arrange circumstances in our life and align stuff that will supposedly make us happy." And that kind of reminds me of Scott Van Pelt was talking about this whole Michigan State situation where the kid was getting yelled at, and his quote was. It was like a parenting quote, which opens up a whole new bag of worms for the nasty rumor that was started on this program about me being a parent, which I am not. But the quote was,
"They say you should prepare your kids for the path, not the path for your kids."
And I think that that's something that we can all internalize us, because it's pretty much impossible to prepare the road for ourselves, but you can prepare yourself for the road. And I think that's where the joy comes in. And if you give yourself like a faster access to joy, then you're more prepared for the road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, I'm totally in on this one.
Hell yeah, that's some young and happy shit that probably I wouldn't get to talk about other places, but damn, there it is, happiness and joy.
Hey, Soldier Boy, can I Yo, Arab, I really Cali pardon me. Hey man, I was just wondering, can I get up?
Trick. Get out my face.